whatever things that happens around me when I'm just about to start any consultation, the happenings around me will tell something about the pattern of the chart which I'm just about to consult. The pattern being the present life circumstances of the client, or the pattern would also tell about the past life or past days pending karmas of the client. We call this as nimitta, omen in astrology. Hello friends, welcome, namaskar, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I was just about to start this consultation and I was heading to my office to do this consultation, and just by the office gate, two big lorries struck my way. The first thing that struck to my mind when I saw these big two lorries is the nakshtra Bharini, because in past days Bharini was represented by planet, by animal elephant, and elephant being the karaka for obstructing the way. And today's day and age, any obstacles, the symbolic meaning of Bharini, animal elephant obstructing the way, in today's day and age is big lorries, big traffic jams, and so on. When I was just about to enter my office gate and two big lorries struck my way, and when I checked my time, it took 4 minutes for those lorries to clear off the way. So after the lorries cleared their way, I entered my office room, and when I was just about to start the consultation, when I just opened the laptop, the symbolic meaning, the symbolic pattern from the omen, the nimitta, which just happened prior to the consultation, was Bharini and number 4. So number 4 and Bharini, these two are the tools that will help me to unlock this consultation, unlock the pattern of this consultation. Actually, this was consultation for a father. A son took a consultation for his father on behalf of his father. In the father's chart, there was a Scorpio rising, and Scorpio was heavily afflicted by Rahu itself being present in the Lagna itself, and Rahu was very closely associated with Lagna degree also. Actually, the father was suffering from cancer, and son sent his father's chart to me. For example, the combination for cancer is Mars and Rahu should influence each other, and this influence should also get linked with Lagna, then it makes a combination of cancer. So Scorpio in the Lagna, a Martian sign, and this Scorpio is influenced by Rahu, so Rahu and Mars flavor is there in the Lagna. Moreover to it, in the Sarvatra Bada Chakra, SBC, the same energy of Scorpio was again influenced by Rahu itself and another malefic planet, Saturn also. So by the way, how to analyze planetary movements, planetary patterns from the Sarvatra Bada Chakra, SBC. There is another tool in astrology called SBC, Sarvatra Bada Chakra. It is not a divisional chart, but it's like a divisional chart. I will come up with a video of Sarvatra Bada Chakra SBC also in my upcoming videos. Please stay tuned for that reason also. And Scorpio was influenced by a Rahu, so Rahu and Mars flavor in the Lagna, and in SBC, Sarvatra Bada Chakra, Sunny is also influencing the Scorpio itself, so some karmic thing was present in the chart, as such as cancer or heavy disease of cancer afflicting the father's chart was clearly shown from the chart. Let me make it a bit more clear. The other day I was consulting some other guy, and he had in his D9 Navamsa chart, there was Rahu placed in the 11th house in the sign of Aries. So 1, 2, 3, there was a Gemini Lagna, Rahu in the 11th house. So Rahu and Aries, that is Mars, in the 11th house is 9th house of D9 is father himself. 9th house of D9 is father himself, and third from the Rahu is father's throat. So Rahu and Mars influencing the third house, Rahu in Aries in the 11th house, Gemini Lagna, and that person's father was also suffering from a throat cancer. There was other combinations for the that person's this person's father's chart to confirm the combination of Cancer. Will not come discuss those parts as of now. The point was Rahu and Mars influencing each other, and this influence, if gets connected with Lagna, then Cancer is a byproduct. That is just a simple basic rule. So back to this consultation. The consultation was for about 30 to 40 minutes. I predicted several other things, several other pending karmas, and throughout the consultation I just asked this person to confirm any event from the father's life. That what I asked to confirm this person was, did your father kind of created or played a role of creating any obstruction for someone or some group of people in their life to create an obstacle from entering their home or entering their office area, or any sort of starting new things, new projects in their life? Did by any chance did your father play this role of creating an obstruction for any new inventor, for which he told me he cannot confirm as of now? So I just asked him, please spend some couple of days, do some research over your father's life, if not your father's ancestors' life, and please let me know the feedback of this obstruction thing. Why I did this prediction of obstruction, and by the way, what I also predicted was the obstruction time period of your father for any people's or any group of people, new invention in their life. The time period should have been the period of 4. I said may it be 4 days or 4 months or 16 days or 4 months or 4 year, kind of multiple of 4. The 4 pattern must come true. So for which he said he cannot confirm this thing as of now, and the consultation was for about 30-40 minutes. The consultation was just about to end. Actually, I had both the father's and son's chart, and in the son's chart himself, he had Rahu in Bharini in the 6th house. This thing, Rahu in Bharini in the 6th house, is quite important. So we'll come. Please keep this thing in mind. Please note this thing, that the son himself had Rahu in Bharini in the 6th house. So the consultation was just about to get over, and in the in time, what son asked me was, my sister, elder sister, who is around 41, 42, is not getting married. So can you see some pattern or some timing of marriage from both of our chart in regard to our sister timing of marriage? And immediately I casted a prashna. What is prashna? How we can do predictions regarding to prashna? In this topic also I have made a beautiful video. Please go and watch my video. I'll post the link in my description also. And in the prashna chart, there was a 5 Leo Lagna. So the 7th Lord Saturn was placed in the 6th house, and in the 6th house itself moon was also placed. So a bis yoga was formed, and in the same 6th house, pada of A8, pada of A8, 8th house energy, a natural Scorpion energy was also there. A sutra of prashna is, whenever a person as a questionnaire comes to me and asks a question about relationship, and if in that prashna chart 7th lord if happens to fall in the 6th house, the question in his mind, in the questionnaire mind, in regards to the relationship, the next person is already involved with another person. Since the pada of A8, natural 8th house energy was also there. So before that, let me explain what is the energy of 8th house. The 8th house, the Scorpion, the natural Scorpion 8th house energy is such that we cannot forget, we cannot let it go to the significations of the Scorpion energy. We cannot let it go. वो दिल में चुभता है वो बात, सालों सालों तक इंसान नहीं भूलता है, ये दिल में चुभता है. We cannot let it go to the significations of the 8th house. For example, Cancer Lagna, this is a blank chart prediction. Cancer Lagna is Scorpio in the 5th house. Then this person will not forget even the small things of small hurtful things of his or her girlfriend or boyfriend in his past time. फोन नंबर तक याद होता है small hurtful things which his or her girlfriend has done to this person he cannot forget throughout his whole life. 10 साल बाद तक याद रहता है छोटी छोटी चीजों की. स्कॉर्पियो इन द सेकेंड हाउस, ब्लैंक चार्ट प्रेडिक्शन. स्कॉर्पियो इन द सेकेंड हाउस मतलब लिब्रा लग्न. सो whether this person might be a millionaire or billionaire also, and if he happen to borrow, let's say, a small amount of rupees 100 to any of his friend, and this city amount of rupees 100 also he cannot forget because Scorpio is in the second house of money. So back to this chart. In the personal chart, 7th lord was in the 6th house, and there was a Scorpion energy, natural pada of 8th house. A8 was also there. A Bis Yog was also being formed. So what I asked is, following the principle of Prasna, by the way, this principle of Prasna was taught to us by our Guruji Sri Riban Sugiri, and following the principle of this Prasna, what I said that, sir, did you know this fact that your sister used to love someone, might be in her old ages, and by any circumstances she could not get married to the love of her life, and she is not letting go of that feeling. भूले नहीं है वो बात, क्योंकि छोटी छोटी चीजें भी याद होती है ना. She is not letting go of that thing, and she is kind of living presently in the hallucination feeling of that old lover. And because of that thing, it's not that destiny is not compelling her to get married, but it's her own free will to not get married because she is not letting go of that thing. So now comes the tricky part, the punchline of making this video. Please listen carefully. What happened was, a decade ago, her sister used to study in another city from their hometown. She graduated from the college. She bought a guy in her father's home to introduce father as her lover. And what happened was, father, because of this so-called caste system, did not allow her daughter to get married with that guy, because that guy belonged from the so-called low caste category. And the time when sister introduced this lover to her father, and by the way, the guy, the sister's lover, get married with another person because her father did not let their marriage be successful. And the time when sister introduced her lover to her father, and the time when that another guy, her lover, get married, the duration of that time was precisely 4 months. Just after the 4 months, that guy got married with another person. So if I do connection of a dot by dot connection, if I do this connection, then what happened was, sister is not letting go of this fact that her father did not allow her to get married with the love of her life. Not getting married to the love of her life is a obstruction, the omen, the nimitta, the obstruction thing. And the time I noted was 4 minutes, so the multiple of 4. 4 month thing also perfectly fell in place. So she is not letting go. Why she is not letting go? Because the Scorpion energy, natural 8th house, along with the Bis Yog, Leo Lagna, 7th Lord Saturn in the 6th house, Bis Yog, Scorpion energy, everything is falling from the base. So what I said was, and natural Scorpio is already involved, and in the personal chart of sister, and the same Scorpion energy in the father's chart is getting linked with another malefic Saturn and Rahu also. So the sister cursed her own father from the bottom of her heart, and because of that curse, father is suffering. So what I said is, you guys now need to go touch the feet of your sister and ask forgiveness. Until and unless she does not forgive that curse which she has cursed from her bottom of her heart, father is not going to get rid of this illness. And for which the brother, the same guy, told that we have asked for forgiveness more than thousands of times, but she has not forgiven us, and because of that curse she is suffering. Back to the point of the sun chart. So see, the beautiful pattern. The sun has Rahu in Bharini in the 6th house. Okay, so let's see how the curse is again manifesting from this sun's this brother's chart also. What is the energy of Bharini? Bharini's energy is such that Bharini always sticks with certain principles, certain rules. There are always certain standard operating procedure rules, because Bharini is the Karaka where a mother has to, the 9-month pregnancy period, a mother has to go throughout her life. In that 9-month pregnancy period is the Karaka of Bharini, and in those 9-month period the mother has to really take care of her health. If she will not take care of her health, and if she does not follows this pattern of discipline, then the baby's health will suffer. So to bring the baby into a good health, she has to go through this discipline, this structure of her life. What is Rahu? Rahu would always go through the out of the box. The subconscious mind, the core principle of Rahu is to always go through the out of the box. And in the energy of Bharini, energy or environment where a standard operating procedure must be followed, and in that particular energy, if the Rahu, the going out of the box energy is placed, then Rahu would really pollute the energy. So a person, if I love someone and the another person will also have this gratitude, have this mutual understanding of love feeling towards me, the basic biological rule of nature is I must be allowed to get married with my love. That is just a basic rule, that is just a biological principle. There should not be involvement of any higher or lower class. That is just a Bharini, just a standard operating procedure of nature, biology, that I must be allowed to get married with my love if she loves me too. And in this Bharini energy, Rahu is placed going out of the box. And the time when sister introduced her lover and duration of 4 months and she could not get married with her person, by that very particular time, this person, the sun, was running in his 30th of age, and Bharini, the nakshtra Bharini, would itself get activated in the age of 30. There are certain activation rules of each nakshatra. For example, the nakshatra of Kritika will get activated at the age of 35 and 21, and similarly Bharini will get activated at the age of 30. And moreover to it, the natural 6th house, first house, will get activated in the age of 1, 13, 25. Similarly, whichever planet goes in the 6th house, the planet will get naturally activated at the age of 30. Rahu was placed in the Bharini. Bharini is also getting activated in the age of 30, and Rahu in the 6th house will again get activated in the age of 30. So in the same 30th running age of the brother, the sister was being obstructed to get married with the love of her life. So because of that curse, she is not letting go, and she is not willingly getting married with another person, and the father is suffering from this curse. So that's the video. Actually, this was one of the best predictions by connecting dot and dot. I used nimitta, I used nakshatra, and I used the curses of the chart and how a curse will manifest, sarvatra chakra, and so on. So this was actually one of my best of the predictions I have done so far. Please stay tuned. Thank you. Namaskar.